What's up, guys? I'm your girl, Mz.O, and we are back with another review with me. And today we are going to get into the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Season 1, Episode 7, titled Boats, Lies, and Videotapes. So we start this episode back at Seaview Terrace for the second day of the trip. And Alicia opens up the scene like the Looney Tune she is, talking to those dolls. Alicia, we already think you're a little off with having these dolls around, but you're actually talking to them like they're real people. We might need to get you some psychiatric help. What y'all think? So then we move along as the other ladies are talking to their husbands and catching up with them. So the ladies are getting together because they are going to have a buffet style breakfast. And Rosie is talking about her being sick, and she said she didn't drink a lot that last night. She really didn't eat, and she's throwing up in the morning. It sounds like morning and evening. It sounds like you got a little bit of morning sickness. So in the confessional, Rosie was like, I haven't eaten anything all night. I don't think it's something that I ate. I wasn't drinking. I think I'm just sick of Kelsey's bullshit. I think we are too, Rosie. Everyone is very uncomfortable at this buffet style breakfast. They have a discussion about what was had the night before. And Alicia was kind of getting on Liz's nerves because she had something to get out. And Alicia was just blabbing because I still don't even know what she was talking about. The ladies got up and left from the table. Ashley and Rosie went to their respective space. And they got up and left, but that was before Ashley started crying. I mean, Crybaby Spice can cry at the drop of a whistle. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Everybody was just like, oh my God, she's about to cry again. She's about to cry. Oh my God, she's about to cry. And that's exactly what she did. Everybody was just like, okay, this is enough. They went to their room. The girls, or the ladies, thought it would be a good idea for Kelsey to go and talk to Rosie one-on-one. With that being said, Kelsey goes up to Rosie's room and they have like a middle ground session. Kelsey, and I'm paraphrasing, basically says, I have a RBF. It's involuntary, but I promise you, if you get to know me, we can have a better friendship. She started over. Beefing with Rosie is the least of her problems. So they agree to move forward. They get dressed because they are going to go on a water slide in a boat. So the ladies get dressed. First, Rosie and Ashley make it to the water slide. It's a huge water slide. And they are having fun. Liz and Kelsey arrives to participate. Liz wasn't getting on there. I really wasn't expecting her to get on there. But Kelsey joined in on the fun. And it actually looked like they are going to have a good day. Now, Alicia was kind of hot and bothered, so her and Joellen leave the property to go have some girl time, catch up on what transpired the night before. The chauffeur who happened to pick them up, they asked, do he know anyone who lived in this castle before or picked up in this castle? And he actually lived there in college. On the top floor, he said it was called the bowling room, and apparently that's where a nun committed suicide by hanging. So the ladies get dropped off at a park and they begin to talk about what Joellen had divulged at the masquerade dinner. And Joellen begins to tell us, you know, the view that y'all have of my mother is what she wants to portray to you guys. She claims that she loved me, but if she truly did, she wouldn't have sent me to a behavioral. It sounded like she was in a detention center, like jail for minors who have committed crimes that are unspeakable, such as unaliving and things of that nature. Alicia's view on Joellen's mom, she said that she remembered her as being jovial and funny and things of that nature. And Joellen is like, that's because that's what she wanted you guys to believe. She wanted you to believe that she was a Southern Christian woman. So Alicia tells us that she remember when Joellen went away and Jen went away. And Joellen says, yeah, I went 3 times. The first time I went was to like a drug rehab. And I was in the 7th grade. I was there for only a week and a half. And that was because they realized I wasn't supposed to be there. The second time was like month and a half to 2 months. And I mean, oh my gosh. And then she tells us that the third time was actually the worst because her mom ended up giving partial custody of her to this facility. And this sounds real familiar, this TV show that I'm watching on Netflix. And she tells us that she was there for a little bit over a year. I cannot imagine the type of turmoil that Joellen is living with within her body and her head if she hasn't sought counseling. And it looks like that she is at this point because she's being open and vulnerable about this. Joellen lets the audience in by letting us know that she was suicidal, and the thought of living with her mom made her feel like that not living was better. And that just sucks so bad, to be in a space where you feel like nothing else matters or nothing else will be better than to just not be. The ladies are having like this breakthrough moment because Alicia begins to say she just can't fathom how her dad just left them the way that he did. And maybe this plays a part in why she doesn't want to get married, because she don't know who's going to walk her down the aisle, or just she just can't imagine. And it brings her to tears. And Joellen, being the friend that she is, go over and embrace her by giving her a hug. So they wrap up the conversation, and Alicia said, let's break the curses. And Joellen expressed, even though I've been knowing Alicia a very long time, practically my whole life, I feel like we have gotten closer. So the ladies make it back to their car, and Rulla takes Alicia. And Alicia tells Joellen what Rulla takes her. She hopes she feels better. She's not feeling good. Her body's in pain. But she hoped the ladies enjoy the trip. And Joellen says she's been having a lot of health concerns lately, which she has. Then they go back and show when she called, when they went on to the winery, that she had to go to urgent care. So we move on to the next scene, which is Rulla. She's not feeling well. Cheater Bee is in the kitchen making her some tea. The children are coloring her a picture, hoping she will feel well. She's laying in the bed, and they all come in the room. The kids say, look, mommy, I made this picture for you. Cheetah B gives her a kiss and gives her the tea. So in the confessional, Rulla said, the day before the trip was supposed to start, I felt like I was coming down with something. And I said, yeah, coming down with some bullshit. Cheetah B asked her how she feel about not being able to attend the girls trip. And she was like, and I'm paraphrasing, basically, I had to stay and watch you, so I'm going to act like I'm sick. So we pan back to the next scene, which is where the ladies are back at the castle and they're getting on this big blow up water slide. And Liz is just not feeling it. Liz is old enough for some of them girls to be her own children, so she is not feeling it. She went upstairs and she went to go relax. So Alicia and Joellen comes back to the castle and the ladies begin to get ready because they are going on the second portion of this trip, which is a boat trip. And Ashley's son is not feeling too well and she's getting play-by-play from her parents who actually are doctors. And it's kind of up in the air what's going to happen with Ashley's parents taking their son to the hospital possibly. And we do find out that they do feel like they do need to take her son to the hospital. So she's going to leave and she's going to be a mom and she's going to go take care of her child. Ashley, as much as I tease you about crying, this portion of you crying is absolutely understandable, and you did exactly what you were supposed to do by leaving. So the girls are loving being on the water. They love charcuterie boards and tequila. And apparently they got a little bit too much tequila because we find out that Joellen, what's the word? Appears to be a whore. We find out that Joellen slept with Kelsey's ex. I'm trying to figure out which ex because it seemed like, Kelsey, you got a lot of exes too. So can we elaborate? So apparently Kelsey's ex, which is the one that lives in a big house, I'm assuming, told her about the sexcapade that they as in him and Joellen had on a boat, I guess back in their 20s. Joellen said, if you're going to tell the story, tell it right. It didn't happen on a boat. That was on land. Kelsey give us a little bit more details. Apparently Joellen is loud and Joellen knows she was slutty in her 20s. And it appears that the ex got some good D. Then we find out that Joellen also dated her boyfriend's brother. So are we talking about the one that is the standing paid boyfriend? I'm confused. So in the confessional, I'm assuming the producer asks Joellen who's the better brother in bed. And Joellen proceeds to tell us, I think Kelsey knows the answer to that. So both y'all ladies freaked on brothers? Ew. So everybody is kind of weirded out that Alicia keep hollering that she needs tequila, but she ain't getting up and getting tequila. So Joellen and Kelsey walks off because Joellen want to know what happened with Kelsey and Rosie. Liz is in a cigarette panic, so she need to go find somewhere for her to smoke. So while Kelsey and Joellen are discussing what happened between Kelsey and Rosie, Alicia and Rosie are discussing what happened between Kelsey and Rosie. Rosie expressed to Alicia that she actually had a good day with Kelsey. She actually appreciated Kelsey coming to her room and speaking to her. Kelsey on the other side is telling Joellen that, hey, I'm just going to accept her for who she is. I'm not going to bring up the past, but we see that as a lie in the next episode. Anyways, they end the boat trip and they go back to the castle. So after a long, beautiful day on the boat, the ladies arrive back at the castle and they put their PJs on because we're going to wind down. But we see Joellen on a balcony, and she is looking like she is in a visual distress. And Liz comes out there, and she is wanting to know what is going on with Joellen. What is she looking for? And lo and behold, we find out what Joellen is looking at. So Joellen go in like, look, I feel like shit. Remember when we was at the polo event and I told Rulla if she wanted proof, I would get her the proof. Liz, I got the proof. Look at this shit here. So Joellen begins to show Liz what she has, and Liz is just baffled. She's like, this is indisputable proof here. What are we gonna do? And when they enter the castle, the other ladies could visibly see them being upset and having something that needs to be out in the open. So as Joellen and Liz enter the home, Joellen is like, I don't even know what to do with this. I don't even know how I'm supposed to bring this up. And Liz is like, okay, just tell him. Just tell him. And that's what Joellen proceeds to do. In Liz's confessional, she says, look, Joellen is vindicated. Brian has been doing this. Joellen told us. We got the proof. It is what it is. So Rosie, being the investigator she is, said, I'm not concerned about Cheater B cheating. I'm more concerned at how Joellen got the video and what she's planning to do with it. Rosie, I'm with you on this one because, if Rulla is going to be delusional, let her be delusional on the island that is Rhode, okay? So now the group is discussing the possible excuses that Rulla could give to them. And Kelsey says, I almost can guarantee you guys that she's going to say that Cheater B was ending that relationship. And Joellen said no, because he was groping her, okay? So Liz poses the question to the group and asks them, what do you guys think we should do? And Rosie said, I think Rulla should see that video. And Liz said, as her friend group, I actually think we have to let her know. Joellen begins to say, I'm sick of being accused as the one of meddling and making it seem like I'm trying to break up their marriage. That's not what it is. So basically, they're wrapping up the episode, and Liz is like, coming from me, it's not going to translate like I tried to do it a couple of months ago. Alicia may be the closest to Rulla in this group. So I think the ladies are trying to get Alicia to do, I don't want to say the dirty work, but bring this conversation up to her because they are the closest. So in the confessionals, each one of the ladies said, not it. They don't want to do it. But that wraps up Season 1, Episode 7 of Real Housewives of Rhode Island. We get into the juicy part. I want to give this episode an 8 because I like the resolve that we thought we saw between Rosie and Kelsey. I love seeing Joellen being vindicated, but I also think she should leave it alone because if Rulla is going to be the Lulala, then she should be delusional on the island of Rhode by herself and with her husband, Cheater B. But with that being said, those are my thoughts and opinions on Season 1, Episode 7 of The Real Housewives of Rhode Island. If you made it to the end of this video, drop a green heart in the comments. Have some Discord with me in the comments. I would love to know how you guys are feeling about this episode. And I am going to put Episode 8 and 9 in the video so I can finally be caught up. So with that being said, that is all I have for you guys. And this is what O had to say.